Hello, beautiful people. Hello, my sisters, my brothers, my aunties, my uncles, and all those relatives that I do not know of you, but hello. Now, I hope my smile is making you guys smile, because researchers have said that if you smile more, you're in a better mood, and you're 35% less likely to die in the next 5 years. So, moral of the story is smile. Now, of course, this is never going to be a solo ride. On this show, my name is Victoria Gure.
I am Olasubomi Durodola.
You can call me Esther Biade.
And welcome to The Time. Now, ladies, you know, I moved to Nigeria last year.
Yeah.
And it took me some time to find my footing. And moving here, I was like, find a job fast. Whatever you can find the job. And I found myself working in real estate. I don't know how I got there, but I found myself working in real estate. And it was so bad to the point that waking up in the morning just to go, the thought of knowing that, okay, I'm going to a 9 to 5 routine. It was so boring because I love being active. I love thinking on my feet and interacting with people. And with real estate, I'm just trying to sell pieces of land to people and whatnot. But then I was logically thinking, because I'm like, I just moved, I need to make money. But then that wasn't my passion. So now my question to you guys is, should one really follow your passion or logic?
Well, it's a really dicey discussion, because for me, I would say you have to blend both together.
Okay.
Because I always think passion is the spark that starts a fire.
Okay.
While logic, on the other hand, is what keeps that fire burning. If you have passion for something and you're not thinking it through, you're not thinking about the future, the fire is going to die. So you have to blend both together to give you what you want, to give you what you're aiming for.
Oh, I actually have a question to ask you about that. But first, let's hear from Esther.
I mean, for me, I would say, have a blend of both, but I don't think logic is necessarily what is going to keep the fire burning. I think actually passion should keep your fire burning, because passion is like a burning desire, compelling desire to do something.
What if passion is not giving you what you want?
Well, sometimes passion won't give you what you want.
Then you find a different passion.
Exactly. I mean, there are a lot of people that are passionate about something. They've tried it didn't work out. They've tried it again, it didn't work out. Are you saying that, they weren't passionate enough, or they were not logical in their approach? Because sometimes you can be as logical as possible, follow the proper rules of reasoning or principles of reasoning, and you will still get what you want out of it.
Right, the other one.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'm coming from.
So they're equal for you.
Yes, you have to
But for me,
them.
it's a thing of, to comment on what you said. You said that you need to marry the two. Yeah. Now, seeing the type of society we live in, you finish university, you need to find a job, you need to sustain yourself, and you already know that, okay, I don't have capital for my passion. So obviously logic would lead at that point, right?
Yes.
Now, what happens when you get comfortable in that logical decision? Because I've seen people get comfortable in that banking job, get comfortable because they know this is security. I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of the month. What do you do then?
I mean, it's not a bad thing to work for money. Of
course,
we all want the money. So if you're not following your passion, because what you're doing now is giving you the money, what you want, what you actually need. You need money for virtually all of your life. Yeah. So just follow that and keep doing it. And then if you have enough money to drive your passion, to drive what you actually wanted to do, then good luck to you. It works for you. Let me use myself as an example. As a theater artist, I love what I do, like acting, being on screen, being on set. I love it a lot. But gradually, I realized that people were taking advantage of me being passionate about it. I was not getting paid. So anytime someone calls me, Shubomi, I have a play, I have a stage play, do you want to jump on it? Like, yes, I want to jump on it. When is rehearsal starting? But I don't get paid.
It's because people think exposure will feed you. Exposure does not feed you.
So I have to sit myself down. Do you want to continue like this? Passion. Passion is not going to pay my bills.
Definitely.
Exactly. So I sat myself down. My mates are making it in this same industry. So up your game. If anybody calls you that, okay, I have a show I want to put up, are you interested? How much is my money?
How much is my money?
Yes, how much are you paying me?
And see, that's the thing. Sometimes everything is not about money. You're saying exposure doesn't pay the bills. Yes, it doesn't. But sometimes you do need to pay your dues.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to put in so much effort and keep putting it in.
I have paid enough dues. Enough dues.
Well, that's left to each person, knowing when they've paid enough dues. But sometimes you just need to. You say, there's no money for capital. Sometimes you don't need money for capital. Sometimes you just need to start. people say a lot of things about just starting small. For example, let's say you want to do some acting. If you have a phone, you have a camera, you can record yourself acting. I mean, people do skits a lot these days, and I know that it's easier said than done because because you know someone that knows someone. No, because it is a part that I've wanted to try before, and later on I realized, okay, it's not for me. But the point is that there are people doing it, and they, it's their passion. Their passion, exactly. Sometimes it might not be. I think the problem is people want the big picture, and sometimes when you're passionate about something, it's not about the big picture. Sometimes you do need to start small.
I just want to touch on the point where I said people follow logic and then they get comfortable, and which is a problem. Don't live an unfulfilling life. Follow your passion if you can, but make sure you attach some logic to that passion. When people get jobs, they get comfortable and they're like, I'm secure. I don't need to follow my passion and all that. And you can't blame them. Yeah, honestly, you can't blame them because you are a product of your environment.
Exactly.
You are definitely a product of your environment. But then when it comes to passion, it's very tricky because I mentioned, I don't want you to be unfulfilled, right? But now, if there's no way for you to follow that passion, what do? You remain unhappy.
How is there no way for you to follow the passion?
Let me tell you guys how unhappy. I mentioned earlier that people are generally unhappy at work. Yes. I read an article on this Gallup, and it said that out of the billion people we have on Earth, only 15% of people globally are actually engaged at work and love what they do. That just goes to show you that majority of the decisions made are logical. People don't follow passion. Very few actually follow it.
So would you say it's logical? Because in this situation, a lot of people settle. It's actually called settling.
Yes. You're settling for
settling for your current situation. Are you actually being logical or are you settling?
Yeah.
Because we talk about how that, for example, I read something that said that the reason why a lot of people are going out there and trying to do the most is because people in the past have actually shown us that we can do the most. For example, the person that invented electricity or technology or this table or flowers or things like that. The reason why people can say, okay, if this person can make electricity or light bulb, then maybe I can make a generator. People are going out there and they are doing the most.
Okay.
So if you're saying, oh, it's logical for me to just, stay, is it actually logical or you're settling because it's a safety net?
You could also think of it that way. Now I have a question for the both of you.
Okay.
Let's say your logical job is paying you far more, but then you're not happy, right? But then a job in line with your passion comes along but isn't paying you as much as your logical job. Which would you go for?
Well, this is hard.
Because you have opportunity to follow logic and follow passion, but passion doesn't pay as much.
Okay,
which would you go for?
Esther said earlier that a lot of people want the bigger picture at once, like immediately, which is not, most times is not possible. So I'll say I'll follow my passion. It's paying me enough, right?
Well,
but not just as much.
Enough is relative.
But not just as much as what the other job is paying me. So I'll follow my passion. I will do whatever I have to do. Surround myself with other creatives that can push me, and we'll get something working. If I'm not happy doing the other job, I'm not going to get anywhere because one day I'm going to quit.
Definitely. Esther?
I mean, it does depend on your current situation and circumstance in life. If you're at a point in your life where you need money, you have bills to pay, your family is depending on you, then you probably would lean towards following the job that pays more. But if, you see it as a driving force or path into getting to where you actually want to go to, then you should follow your passion. Personally, I would follow the job that is going to take me on the path that I want to. Because you said earlier in your real estate job, you're waking up in the morning, it was a struggle. When you're doing something you love, waking up in the morning is a thing of joy.
It's a privilege.
Exactly. So why not live a happy life than
destroying something in you
gradually
every day? Because you're not happy. You just wake up and run through the day like you're not existing.
Yeah.
It's really risky for your health.
For me, when it comes to following passion or logic, you said marry the two. I personally, I don't feel like they equal at all because it's mainly logic. With me, I'm so sorry. It's every decision, especially, as I said, you're a product of your environment. So for me, logic leads, and then I just try and attach a sense of passion to it. And also, I just want to touch on Esther mentioned that you should start a business and blah, 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 blah.
I didn't say anybody should
No,
start
you start small.
Yeah.
That's how I understood
She didn't say
it.
that
You
right.
start small. You should start small. Now, would you guys agree that starting small doesn't necessarily require you, or starting up a business in your passion doesn't necessarily require you to have money or capital?
I mean, it really depends on what you're getting into. If it's something that your talent is enough, then maybe not. But everything still requires a little bit of money. But there are some things or some situations that people have found a way,
It depends on your field of interest, actually.
Exactly.
It depends on if you're an actor or you're an actress, an aspiring one, and you want to put yourself out there for directors, producers to see you. You get a lot of equipment in case you want to put out your monologue now.
Yeah.
You get a ring light to get the perfect light. You get a good phone because you can't put yourself out shabbily.
Yeah.
So that way you're spending money to get something.
All right. So just quick, I want to find out, would you advise people to invest more in logical decisions or in their passion?
Absolutely.
Like pick up, for example, with passion, like pick up a new skill or go back to uni and study something that you know would help this logical decision you make. What would you guys do?
I said earlier, both.
Marry the two.
Marry the two together.
I would say focus on which of the two would make you happier.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I would say trust your gut instincts and apply some level of common sense. But sometimes passion will take you to that burning. Yeah. So
for me, it's simple. Study your environment, apply common sense, follow your passion if that's what makes sense for you, but then also make sure that you go for something that gets you enough money for subsistence. I mean, you need to eat.
It makes you fulfilled.
Exactly, and makes you fulfilled. If you can't reach your passion today, don't worry. There's room to grow. You'll reach it tomorrow and whatnot. But just try and make do with what you have and try and be happy in that capacity. But there's always room to grow. There's always room to improve. And there's always room to follow your passion. I've had the best time talking to you guys about passion or logic. I think the word to use is common sense. Use your common sense in everything.
Only passion will not pay your bills, Sha.
I think logic. Well, anyway, please don't go anywhere. There's so much more to come.
Hey, my loves, how are you doing? Welcome back to The Time. And now it's time for Hey Sis! I want to say it's my favorite segment, but some people might troll.
We know.
Every segment is a favorite segment.
I never say Let's Talk is my favorite segment, actually.
Really? That's true.
I never said that.
Okay, even though she hasn't, you should, because every single segment is my favorite, honestly.
So before we went on a break, we're talking about passion or logic. And now we're jumping right into a topic I find very interesting. So when I got out of law school, was it when I got out of law school or even way before? Yeah, when I got out of the university, I was looking for places to do internship prior to going to law school. And I remember going for this interview and I aced the test amongst two other people. And I could see the way the will I say senior colleague at the law firm was like eyeing me. And I was like, do I want to even come back here if I get it? I mean, eventually I didn't have to go back there because then law school schedule came out and that passed. And then when I eventually got out of law school and I served, and prior to going on a reality TV show, I worked in like 4 different law firms. And true fact, at every law firm that I worked, there was one person that was my senior or that I was supposed to be working under that liked me. Some of them were very, very, very aggressive with their likeness, and some of them were subtle about it. And it got me thinking, because I've had this conversation with a couple of ladies, and they're like, I worked in this place, and I'm like, what is going on? Because according to statistics, 1 in 3 ladies in Nigeria, and I'm guessing Africa, gets liked or sexually get sexual interest from their bosses.
Say prey. Get sexually preyed on.
I mean, it's different because your boss can like you, and then there's the one that's like, I want to date you, I want to be with you. So I want to ask, have you guys experienced this? I'm sure, but
Yeah, I have actually.
Yes, in block letters.
I have.
When and how early did you
Pick up on it.
Yes.
So mine was right before my wedding. I think 2 months before my wedding, I got a job in that real estate firm.
This real estate.
In a real estate firm. And the boss at the interview, the boss was so friendly. And mind you, I prepared for the interview like the night before. So I didn't even think I'd get the job. So I didn't even bother mentioning that, oh yeah, I'll be getting married and then I'm going for my honeymoon shortly after. I hope that won't be a problem. So I didn't mention it at all. And I wasn't wearing a ring either. Like I wasn't wearing my engagement ring. So he was super flirtatious. And when I asked, when I asked his people, I'm like, is this how he is? He's like, yeah, he's like that with every girl. Like, don't take it seriously. But I was majorly uncomfortable. And it kept going on. And then one day, it started with like a touch on the shoulder. I'm like, okay. And then it came to, oh, you guys, we should start going out on Fridays to hang out and all that. And then it then moved to, Victoria, what are your plans for the weekend? I'll be on the island. Maybe I should come around. And then that's why I was like, okay, sir. Hello, sir. I'm getting married. I'm getting married in 2 months. That's where the attitude completely changed. It was now a thing of, he was basically staying away from me. Like, if you hit an insect and you fly, that's how it was. So it was, for the first 2 months, it was very uncomfortable because he's now giving you those googly eyes and you're like, you're my boss.
How about you, Shumi?
Well, I have, back in uni.
Wow.
2 lecturers.
Oh, that early.
Very early actually. They were always, in class, nothing, there were no signs.
Yeah.
But maybe if I go to the office, maybe to drop something, I always be like, okay, please hug me.
Hug me.
It was that bad.
That is scary.
I'm like, no, I am your student, sir. I can't, and you are married. It's not like a young lecturer that, okay, I can say, you're not bad, actually.
Let me
consider you. And the second one was the first job I got after service. The first place I worked, the man was always calling me at night to ask me that, okay, Olasubomi, let's go eat fish.
Gosh.
Let's go eat fish.
I don't like fish.
You don't like it?
I don't want to eat fish.
Yeah.
Then it kept occurring over and over again. But I was able to manage myself well. I just told him, sir, I don't do this.
Wow.
I don't do it. And I was so happy that he respected himself and respected my point that I don't do it. And we were fine after that.
But some persist.
Well,
That's why it gets annoying, like really annoying.
So if you're working on 9 to 5 and you find out that your boss likes you and it's actually giving you an extra advantage, what would you do?
Well, I'm married. Extra advantage or not.
Let's say
you're married.
If you weren't married, yes.
Married, and I'm getting an extra advantage.
God, when?
God. Forgive me for saying this, and I hope you guys don't read it as my read it on my person.
No, we're the ones asking.
I would stay there and get what I want, get the needed experience, use it to my advantage, obviously. I mean, if someone gives you a hand, you might as well take the whole arm.
How about you?
Well, I'll say there's a clause to it. Like I said earlier, if this boss of mine is a young person, in terms of who I can date, who I'm comfortable dating, and I'm single.
No, it's not young. It's not young.
They're always old.
Exactly. It's not young. It's not young.
It's not young.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard pill for me to swallow.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
We're not asking you to do anything. We're saying, are you going to use the likeness to
That's what
your
I'm saying. I
advantage?
can't use it to my advantage because it's going to bounce back.
But you guys know there are girls that actually use it to their advantage and then they end up becoming the new CEOs.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So where would that lead us? Because when I say, okay, I'm not doing again, because I don't expect you want me to continue with that for the rest of my life. Because at a point, I want to say I'm not doing again.
I mean, some people might like older guys.
Exactly.
So.
Preference.
In my case, I don't like older guys.
I've actually been in this situation, and I always say that I'm going to really boldly talk about it one day. Today is not that day, sorry. But I will give you guys hints and bits about it. So I was working in this place after service, actually, and I was actually enjoying my job because I was kind of working as like a contract staff. I wasn't working every day, and it was really good. But my boss at the time, gosh, it was very aggressive with his likeness, like, and you're gonna be like, omo, you would like him. Stop!
I had like him, so I already figured. I'm like, I really like you.
This girl,
I really like you.
I'd used it to my advantage, but I didn't like him like that.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I wanted to build my reputation as a lawyer and just wanted to stick to that. And then it's just not me. It's just not my thing. So I would always like, no, sir, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And then you'll be like,
I'm sorry. You're saying you're sorry.
You'll be like, do you have a friend for me? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have friends like that. And then it'll be giving me instances of girls it's been with was like, oh, one lady like very skinny lady.
I'll spoil you.
Like, I'm like, I don't want to.
He'll tell you, I bought this for who? I bought this for who? I can change your life. All those
because they
stories.
expect you to fall for that. Yeah.
Okay, so what if you're in this situation and you're due for a promotion, and that's when your boss is like serious with the likeness? You're due for a promotion. You can smell the promotion like this.
So does that mean that?
Would you turn him down?
I will find my way around it.
It's your dream job.
Yeah, it's my dream job.
That you've been working for that promotion for 2
something. It is, women do not like admitting this, but women are naturally manipulative. There's been instances in the past where
What she said, I'm not.
No. Well, some women did.
Exactly.
There's been instances where I have wanted something. It doesn't have to be monetary or monetary value. I have wanted something. I know the words to use to soften you up for me to get it.
Some people are desperate.
Guys,
I will make sure he thinks I'm dating him, but in my head I know I'm not dating you.
That's just it. Tell Victoria for more tips.
I'll write a book. My book will be out soon.
No, if I'm due for a promotion and my boss is intense with the likeness, actually I have a story to back it up.
Okay,
yes. I'll always go back to this industry, the acting industry and all that. I was in 400 level my final year.
Yeah.
I went for this audition and got so good I got the lead role.
Aww.
I'm so proud of myself.
Congrats.
Yes, go girl. I got the lead role, yes. I was given the script to start studying the script. And one day, the assistant director called me. He said I should come up for a meeting with other people. I was like, yes, I'm getting there. Then I went for this meeting. It was him alone.
Oh.
I was like, okay, maybe he wanted to speak with me concerning the role. So we got talking. We talked about the script actually. And like, we explained, we shared ideas and all. Then he said like, okay, what do you think about going out together?
Is he young?
I would say early 40s.
Oh, that's not young.
Early 40s. And
what's that?
When you're in uni,
I was really over 20.
You see?
Okay.
So he said, what do you think about going out? Blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I have a boyfriend. So I don't like to go out with you. I said, no, if you go out with me, you get more roles, you do this, you won't have to audition, you have to sweat it out.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about it. I don't like going for auditions. Now, okay, this is an easy
way out. I don't even believe that thing. We'll come to that later.
I had to tell myself that, girl, what are you doing? Number one, I had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Number two, I wouldn't want to start my career on that foot. Because how many directors do I want to go out with?
Yeah.
How many producers do I want to go out with? So I actually dropped the script.
Oh.
I did.
Yes.
I dropped the script.
Female power. Yes, you're way more than that.
Because if I start like that, I'll have to continue.
Did you ever regret it? Did you ever look back and say, okay, maybe I should have?
Not one bit.
Okay, that's
You know, the thing with this thing is you become a reference point. Because then you will now go to the next girl and be like, the other girl, she just went on a date with me.
I'm sorry.
Other guys will
Use
not
me as a reference point. I don't care. Because if you're talking about this reference point thing, like, let's even bring it down to relationship. Reference point, like you could date someone and he says all sorts of things about you to the current person is dating. He's using you as a reference point. It really shouldn't matter when it comes to reference points.
I'm really surprised to hear that your guys actually backed up. I remember when I was in uni, I had a job like throughout. And my boss was a little too friendly with me. And I remember using this excuse of, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Sorry, I said sorry. I said sorry. Sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he didn't care. Like, he was like, what he doesn't know won't hurt him and all that. And that's when I realized that these men, you need to tell them no. Not no, I have a boyfriend, just
they go
no.
as far as, yes, you have a boyfriend. Do you want to marry me?
I actually didn't tell him, sorry, I have a boyfriend, because he would ask me and I would say, I don't have a boyfriend. Like, I'm just not interested. And I think for me, he had to back up because I was that good at my job. If you don't back up, after a while, if it's too much, I'll leave. I mean, sometimes he'll call me in the middle of the night and say, oh, he needs TLC. And I'm like,
ew. You feel like crying.
Okay, so which leads me to my next question. So what if, you're going for a job interview or an audition in your case, and it's your dream job. They're telling you they're liking you, but the person interviewing you, who is like the CEO of the company or like the top gun in the company, like is, like you said, obviously likes you. But it's your dream job. They're ready to give you the job. Good salary, you need the money. You've been out of work for a long time. You've been waiting for it.
You're desperate, you'll take it.
I'm asking you.
I will take it if I'm desperate and just find a way to manage it until it gets out of hand. Listen, by me saying that, I'm not saying you should condone or tolerate all these nasty bosses that are after you. No. If you know there's a way for you to meander about it and just get what you need out of the situation and leave, then please, by all means. But if you know you're this type that things will be happening to you and you're just quiet, run for your life. Be dependent on your parents for a little bit longer until you find something else.
Actually, totally agree. Look for a way to manage the situation in a very wise way.
Yeah.
Don't go and shoot yourself in the leg.
Don't miss out on an opportunity just because one old baba in his office cannot control himself. That's just it.
Okay, so what if your boss is giving you special treatment, like, and your coworkers are noticing it? You're making snide remarks behind your back. You're hearing it. What are you going to do? Are you going to like keep entertaining it? Are you going to shut it down? Are you going to talk to them? Are you going to go talk to HR? Like, what exactly are you going to do in that situation?
If you've worked in different spaces, you know co-workers are one of the nastiest people.
For sure!
Co-workers are one of the nastiest people. Even if your boss doesn't like you, co-workers will always speak on you. If you're doing well, they'll speak on you. So, harden your heart. Harden your heart and focus on your job. That's all you can do.
Yes, focus.
Because if you go to HR and HR asks, but are these rumors true? And you know they are true, what will you start telling HR?
Things might get really messy.
Exactly. You tell HR the truth. HR is under your boss.
Okay, so guys, would you act differently if your boss is of the same gender? Your boss is of the same gender.
And likes me.
And likes
a
you.
lesbian boss. Okay, that is interesting.
She's good to you. She's good to you.
But I am not a lesbian.
No, did we ask you?
I'm just saying, so definitely I cannot be interested.
You guys do realize that liking you doesn't necessarily mean that they want something.
Romantic. They want to be romantic. Yes,
exactly.
Yes.
They might just,
I think I would handle it much better with a female boss than a male. But with my past experiences, I would actually prefer working under a man than a woman. I don't know. Working with women is
I've
not
had a boss that actually liked me as a child.
Yeah?
Like, she was that nice to me.
As a child?
She took me as a child.
Like her daughter.
Oh, that's different, like, no, it's not romantic. It's like, more
she
than
just likes me,
vibes.
yes.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
Well, do you guys have anything to say? I've really enjoyed this conversation. Guys, please don't forget to keep the conversation going in the comment section.
Yes.
So, in wrapping up, do you guys?
For me, it's simple. Don't pass out on an opportunity just because a guy can't keep it in his pants. That's just simple. But also learn how to manage the situation. If you don't know how to, don't get into it. If you know how to, then thumbs up to you, sis.
Well, I'll say not what you want. If you know that your boss liking you, you don't have a problem with it, good girl, go for it. But if you know that, on the other hand, you do not like it and it's not something you do, stand your ground and say no. Don't let anybody manipulate you or try to deceive you.
Not I have a boyfriend, just no.
Yeah, just no.
Yeah.
Okay, well, according to Regain US, workplace romance is actually not uncommon. But the right steps to take is, if it's uncomfortable for you, report to HR. If it's not uncomfortable, you can just let it run its course, let it pass. Sometimes the likeness is not of such a nature that is going to affect your work. Just, leave it be. But if it's something that is affecting your work, your mental health, everything in between, then I would say weigh your options. Do you want to leave the job? Do you want to stay the course? But the Nigerian girl in me will say, my dear, use it to your advantage. Thank you very much for staying with us. still stay with us because
fun is coming.
A lot of it.
Welcome back, the Time family. I hope you've been having fun, like we've been having fun in the studio here.
Definitely.
Before we went on break, we were talking about passion or logic for the Let's Talk segment. And we shared our own opinions. We have diverse opinions and we agreed on some things. And on Hayes, we talked about my boss likes me, what should I do? And we actually shared our opinions too. So sis, it depends on you. Your decision is yours. Now to the real deal. All right, now this is the segment where we dig it. So beautiful ladies, let's say it together. It's time for Final Class! Yes. I have a very interesting game to play today and I hope you guys are ready. Don't be shy, I know you're ready. I know Esther is born ready.
I mean, I'm ready. I always win. I always win. I never lose. I am ready.
We'll know. So the game is sing a song that starts with the letter. A non-song, don't form your own song. So I'm going to give you a letter,
Okay.
an alphabet. You sing a song that starts with the alphabet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going to ask who wants to go first.
I don't
Esther,
mind.
you don't mind.
Yes.
Okay, Esther, I'm giving you the letter H.
H.
5 seconds. 1, 2, 3,
I'm
4, 5.
Okay, I can't think.
How are you, my friend?
I'm
I
laughing
think it's
because I couldn't think of anything.
No, I couldn't think of that song.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Let's try Victoria.
Okay.
Victoria, I'm giving you the letter S. 1,
Wait, you're
Two.
counting too fast. Slow down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is going on with you girls?
I don't know. Make it easier.
I can make it
I think
easier.
a word would have been easier.
Yes.
We can switch it up. That's not bad.
Okay.
That's not bad. Okay. I'll start with Esther again. I'll give you the word please.
Please. Please.
No.
Wait,
That's
please.
a 0 for you.
No, I had a song.
Okay.
Please be mine for the rest of my life. Please be mine.
You have
Okay.
a sweet voice.
All right.
you.
Okay.
All right.
Victoria, your turn. I'll give you the word bring.
Bring it over to my place. TikTok, thank you. You helped me today.
Okay, Esther, I'll give you the word love.
Let me love you. Come caress my body. You got me going crazy. That's all I can think of.
It's okay, you tried. Okay, Victoria, I'll give you the word opposite, hate.
Wow.
Eh?
Hate.
Rap. Please be counting so I can win.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Count,
What song starts with hate?
Your time is up.
I give up. I give up. Which song starts with hate? What song starts with hate?
Hate that I love you so.
Oh.
Fine. It's okay.
Okay, the last round. Esther, I'll give you the word dress.
Dress. Like
Dress.
DRESS.
Yes, please.
Dress me, baby. Move me, baby.
You have to remix
The song. Dress me, baby. Move me, baby. Dress me, baby. Move me, baby.
I don't even know
I
that
don't
song.
know. It's not like I know any song that starts with dress or has dress in it too.
Yeah, we can.
No,
Can
it's
Google
not
it. Dress me, baby. Move me, baby.
Okay, we got
Thank
it.
you.
We got
Thank you.
it. We got it.
Victoria, I'll give you the word go.
Dress me, baby, baby. Go, me, baby, baby.
Go, shawty. It's your birthday. You wanna party like it's your birthday.
I like this. I actually enjoy this. You guys want to go another round?
I mean,
You should do another round.
Okay.
What word can we give her?
Come.
What?
Come.
Come. Okay. Come.
COME.
Obviously, I did not think it was that, but anyway.
Come on, baby, gonna take a night.
That's so easy, light.
Give here.
This little light of mine.
Woo! I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine.
Hey,
This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I am going to let it shine. Oh, it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience with
Yes.
you ladies. As always, and I know that you enjoyed yourself as well. And I know people out there enjoyed themselves too. It's always fun on the time.
Yeah.
Okay, this brings us to the end of this wonderful episode of The Time. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, keep watching The Time. The Time is your #1 show anywhere, anywhere, anytime in the world. We'll be back with more fun for you.
Peace out.